Where was I? Oh, yes. You take the portable lamp from the wall socket too. Jade, open the lunch top. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushy pile before getting down to business with your computer. Jade, get down to business. Jesus Christ. Jade, activate Pester Chum. Hey, look, John's online. Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. The Troll Slum. Jade, pester John. You greet John, but he does not respond. He's undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. Jade, see if Dave left you a sweet new rap. It does not appear so, but you just never know with that crazy and cool guy. He's so cool. Fuck. Fuck off, Java. TurnTech Godhead began pestering Garden Gnostic at 2009-4/12-2314. Jeez, he's up late. Fuck off! Hey, oh, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chumped by your coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say. I'm like the Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my chump ductor baton, assistant director of chumpography, celebrated author Ernest chumping way. Wait, weak. Chumpelstiltskin? Chumple dipshit? Yeah, you're asleep. Yes, no? ASL, S equals species. Baboon, kangaroo rat? If kangaroo yet, yiff twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're not awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer persona here. Like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint. Some like sinewy back arching Cirque du Soleil looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on, like I dropped my keys in the dark. The nimblest son of a bitch who had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face, for a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble, jacked open on my lap and primed for goddamn bear, and you're gone? By the way, my name is Aquit Permusk, hardest buttock in the jungle, tempered steel. Hey, yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished. Here. TurnTech Godhead sent Garden Gnostic Explore Remix MP3. So, yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow. Jade, open up some fresh jams. Ooh! We have Muzak, the Fresh Jams media player. Oh, that seems ahead, pardon me. Huh. I do find it interesting that the characters within the story are creating the music used in the comic. Jade, open Echidna and go to mspaintadventures.com. It begins... Oh, God. Yes. Yes. MS Paint Adventures. GT. Boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. End intermission. You open your web browser and visit MSPA. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. It looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Whatever it is, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. End intermission. God, I love I have fallen in love with the phrase, it begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. You've killed a little time, but still no sign of John. It feels like, 800 pages in, we finally figured out, oh, what is that for affinity.net/user Vampire Princess 007? Son of a bitch, Jade. We caught you. We caught you. It feels like the story is actually able to begin now that we're not talking about, the basic mechanics of the setting. No, we'll have to wait a little bit longer to get into the advanced mechanics of the setting. Jade, pester Dave. Hi, Dave. Hey, sup? Not much. Sup with you, bro. Good one. It's alright. Being chill, I guess. You know how it goes. Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy? Oh, man, you know it. So cool. Shit's ice cold up in here. Shit's wicked bananas, I'm telling you. So, have you talked to John today? Yeah, we were just talking a little while ago about how he sucks at using his Sylladex. Can you believe he still uses Stack? That kid is ridiculous. Lol, well, that doesn't sound like much fun. What was it you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot. Whenever we talk about your goofy moduses, I get a migraine. What did you want with John? I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package. Oh, yeah. I was sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet. I think it did. Yeah? I think mine came too. So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something. No, he will not open it. He will lose it. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, I guess. No, it's good actually, because he will find it later when he really needs it. Which, of course, is why I sent it in the first place. See, I never get how you know these things. I don't know. I just know that I know. Alright. Anyway, I have to go. I have to feed Beck, which is always kind of a bit of an undertaking. Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off. I don't think I could if I tried. Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay? Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense. Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass. Yeah, he really is. Anyway, I gotta go. See ya. Heart. Dave. Strife. What was he talking about? Family being kind of an ordeal? Ooh. Oh, God. Like any decent boss, you can't fight them first. You have to fight their minion, like that they're puppeteering, literally in this situation. You know how it goes. Rose is online. Jade, pester Rose. I require a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriatingly non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Haha, yes, okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time, not until you enter. Enter? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This was the itch that needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable, it is limitless. Well, what did you want to know? You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail. And I did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse, I can't reach John at his computer, and you don't even have the game yourself. And on top of all that, my internet is unstable. Are you sure that today is the day? There sure are a lot of challenges, but yes, I am quite certain. Dave is cool. You know he will come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It'll be hard, but please don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moreau over there on Hell Murder Island, but honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you will have your questions answered, but they will be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see. It'll be fun! Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Good luck, Rose. Jade, be the other girl. You are now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings and your dead cat. Rose, descend. Jade, stop being the other girl and pester John again. You spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. But then he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Jade, descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. So it's nothing more than a tutorial battle. With his sprite at his side, he can't possibly lose. This is just his opportunity to learn how to win. Also, in the future. But years, not hours. Under bare white branches, a sentry awakens. Nom, 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 nom. Not on her watch. Ooh. Some stuff about captcha codes and punch card alchemy. Is anyone actually reading any of this? Or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive and playing the game, or if anybody even really cares what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff to this FAQ if anything occurred to me, so I guess I'm doing that. I figure at the very least it'll be a good reference for just us to use, but Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of this whopping stupid horse butt. Whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes on the back of captcha cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Spurb has exploited them for an in-game purpose. Every captured item stamps the card with a unique code, and a gizmo in Spurb called the Punch Designix will punch a unique pattern of holes in a card, which is derived from the code. The punched card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with my amazing hacker skills, I noticed a trend. The whole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the captcha code to binary, and the binary pattern is punched, where 1 is a punched hole and 0 is an unpunched slot. So here's the table, just to be clear. Got it. So it's a 64-bit system using 0 through 9, all the uppercase and lowercase letters of the alphabet, question mark, and exclamation point. So that's 26 plus 26 is 52 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 10 plus 2. 52 plus 12, 64. There are a couple of oddball characters at the end to bring it up from 63 to 64, i.e. 6 bits. I thought it was 8 bits. No, it's... Never mind. Because the binary representation of the captcha code, their characters are 6 bits each, with a range of 0 to 63. So, for instance, the captcha code for the hammer is NZ7UN6BI. Look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary of 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters, and you get this. Okay, that's the pattern that will be arranged on the card, but the bits are arranged from top to bottom, left to right, in 4 columns, like this. Or, punched on a card, it would look like this. Wow, okay, that pretty much looks like shit, but I think you get the idea. So to combine 2 items, you just overlap 2 punched cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through. So it's sort of like a bitwise and operation on both cards. The new pattern gives you codes for the new item. For instance, combining the code for a hammer and a pogo ride gives a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to 126GH48G. That whole pattern went on top to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad, you have no idea. I've also wondered if you can combine items in other ways, like a bitwise OR. That means combining the cards to get more holes, not less, i.e. the new pattern has a hole for each hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card, like 2 codes on 1 card. I've got to try that sometime. But there's some mysterious things about all this. First of all, with all the hole slots, there are 48 bits in total, which means that there are almost 300 trillion possible codes. And 300 trillion sounds huge, but when you consider it's supposed to account for all conceivable items ever, including all the wacky combinations of stuff, it suddenly doesn't really seem that big. This leads me to believe that there are not every combination of item has a viable duplicate, but this is kinda obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards that will produce either a blank card with and, or a totally punched card with or. So there are lots of dud combinations out there, and many that'll just lead to the same pattern. Like for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray, but that pattern of a shoehorn and a potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. It's so weird. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with either much fewer holes or much more holes than more ordinary items, which will occupy the vast meaty middle of all possible patterns. It's strange and counterintuitive that more complex objects have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. But all this sort of makes me guess the system can be cracked in certain ways. Like, if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler item components from it, there might be some sort of algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing down the possibilities. There might also be ways of charting through the simpler patterns on both ends of the bit spectrum, and pinning down the ones that will make cooler stuff. I'm not really sure. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing. Somehow, even though she doesn't have my lead hacker cred. Too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. We also have the punch card calculator. I don't even want to try to imagine how this works. But, you know. Ooh. Oh, I can't open it on a new page. Well, what if I just duplicate this tab and leave it off to the side? No reason. I'd never need it for anything. SN. Exit. You enter the laboratory. Rose, look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a small kiosk, though. It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Jade, transportalize as far down as you can go. Dear God. This is as far down as you can go. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies, and you just don't think you would cotton someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of his trophies now. He has a million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Jade, proceed. You hop down a level. Granddad also liked to accumulate valiant knights from his travels? These are pretty cool, you guess. Jade, keep going. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, how could you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, these are the worst. What? This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front window of a beauty parlor, a sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guessed they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look at them. They're all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you'll rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Eclectica. That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Jade, complete your descent. You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. Looks like someone's pestering you, though. Even though you thought you logged off? Hi again, idiot. Oh no. So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? You can leave me alone. How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you? And after I logged out? You don't get that I'm better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid. I get that you're a jerk and you should shut up. Goodbye, jerk. Garden Gnostic blocked carcinogeneticist at 1306. Rose, look at the kiosk. It looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Rose. To be specific, hub 413. Rose, go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance, or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous, and also if that didn't sound like a stupid idea given the circumstances. It looks sort of like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. I wonder what it does. Rose, attempt to plug laptop into nearby hub. Ugh. Great, you just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Rose, examine fetch modus. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select leaf. You also turn off auto balance, since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all your items again, in an order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Rose, find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is, hub SN Lab 0413. It is unlocked, and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. Pick up the laptop leaf from the tree. You plug your laptop into the hub, and then capsulug the hub, and then the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around, but hey, what's that? It's another one of those ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one has been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. Well if it starts at 3:14, then it must have started about at 4:13. Again, in the future. Another timer winds down, except this one is sideways. Oops. Nice. Dave, abscond. It keeps happening. Abscond. Can't abscond, bro. But you don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking.